Hello my friends, it's Jess with Daydreamersbarn. Sit back, relax while we take you on an adventure through the Cotswolds. I recommend making a plan because you will not be able to see everything in one day. Just a handy tip, always bring an umbrella. Because our umbrella was in the wrong vehicle. We're currently in Tewksbury. Tewksbury is forever in the history books because of the Battle of the Roses in 1471. And every July, they do a reenactment at the internationally renowned Medieval Festival. The Medieval Festival runs from July 8th through the 9th. The Tewksbury Abbey is world-renowned for being one of the UK's greatest examples of medieval architecture. This historical riverside town offers a 45-minute boat tour. They are private hire, so it is first come, first serve. Something maybe I should talk Chris into? This is a historic market town, a very important hub for traders to sell their wares for over 100 years. Several times a year, High Street is closed to through traffic and transformed into a food and art market. This town is enriched with heritage spanning more than 1,000 years. The town's architecture reflects the many periods of prosperity. If you enjoy museums, you can find two, the John Moore and the Town Museum. There was so much to see around every turn and every bend. On this trip, we had only a couple places that we knew that we wanted to check out, so we took a lot of back roads. The Cotswolds is a huge area. It covers almost 800 square miles. And the Cotswolds runs through 5 counties. So it's definitely not a day trip if you're wanting to see everything the Cotswolds has to offer. Exploring the different areas, each with its own identity. It features golden stone and rolling hills. Now we're about to enter Tainton. In the early 18th century, Tainton supplied some of the stone for Blenheim Palace. The quarry is almost 2 miles north of the village, and it was worked in 1846 through 1852 for stone to build bridges. The Tainton Limestone Formation is a Middle Jurassic Cotswold limestone. It is a high-quality free stone. The beauty was so breathtaking driving through all of these villages and towns and all throughout the back roads. We absolutely loved our time exploring. Such beautiful architecture found throughout. I say, even if you don't have a destination and you want to hop in the car and just drive through the Cotswolds, you will not be disappointed. I was thankful for the rain today because it was feeding all of the plants and animals, and it just made me happy. We are now getting so used to meeting other vehicles on these tight roads. The use of these pull-offs right here on the left-hand side are extremely useful when you run into a vehicle on these tighter roads. It is quite magical to be able to drive 3 hours and see something totally different. I have to recommend getting in your car and just going and exploring this beautiful island. These back roads had us all talking about how different they are from what we are accustomed to in the United States. Not a bad thing, something we have enjoyed. A day out in the Cotswolds can be as relaxing or as exciting or as thrilling as you want it to be. We are now about to enter Great Barrington. People say that there are no amenities, but if you count the village, I feel that that's an amenity itself. Just being able to drive through these villages and appreciate the architecture and all of the stonework is just breathtaking. So on this trip, we were trying to figure out what Cotswold really meant, so I done a little digging. So what I was able to find out, it's likely the combination of two very old English words, cots meaning sheep enclosures and wolds meaning gentle hills. Another Cotswold fact, many towns and villages are home to wool churches, that is, churches which were built or enlarged by the local wool merchants. Just wanted to take a moment to appreciate the war memorial. We loved seeing this beautiful wall as we were leaving this quaint village. The wall felt like it was going on forever. It was quite intricate and very beautiful. The Fox Inn is a beautiful Cotswold pub located right on the banks of the River Windrush. This drive was truly peaceful. Here we are about to enter Little Barrington. This is such a picture-perfect Cotswold village with honey-toned stone cottages arranged around a wide village green. This was such a peaceful little village. Like the rest of the villages, well manicured and loved. I don't think I have seen one village not being taken care of. On our next trip to the Cotswolds, we will be checking out the distillery. It was nice to find out that the distillery offered tours, something that Chris and I have not yet done here while in England. The distillery offers single malt whiskeys, gin, and liqueurs. There are so many things to do in the Cotswolds, like check out historical homes and gardens, and even take just a leisurely stroll throughout. At this point, I was laughing uncontrollably because the leaves and grass were hitting both sides of our vehicle at the same time. I was like, I do not want to run into another vehicle because I have not seen a pull-off. We all had a wonderful time. I was laughing a lot uncontrollably because of these back roads. It was just something that we could all enjoy. And right here is where we about met a car, and that little old lady that was in the car was just as happy as could be because we pulled off. Here's where we met another vehicle. I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Now we're entering Colne St. Denis. Here's where our family started laughing uncontrollably. These two ladies were carrying on a conversation standing in the middle of the road saying their goodbyes or whatnot. So we made eye contact with the lady and she continued her conversation. It appeared to be a wedding, so there was quite a bit of traffic and maybe a little bit of a traffic jam. At this point, I was laughing so much because we were trying to figure out what we needed to do, where we needed to go to get out of everybody's way. When we felt like we had got out of one little congested area, we would run into another congested area in this little town. It was just a lot of laughter in our car. We tried to let everybody else figure out what they were doing, so we stayed still and made sure that we were not blocking anybody. Once we felt like it was starting to clear up a little bit, we went ahead and started moving forward and letting everybody clear out of the way. Then we noticed a car needing to get out, so we let them go out in front of us and then realized that it was a gentleman letting his wife or his significant other in the vehicle. This little traffic jam was a good laugh for our entire family. We stumbled up onto the stump where you can stay and enjoy the pub. We were trying to get something to eat. Unfortunately, they were closed, but they looked like a lovely establishment. Right now, we're about to enter Bibury. So this village is considered by some the most beautiful village in England. Would you agree or disagree with that statement? Please leave your comment below. It was quite a busy village with it being as rainy as it was. This village runs along the River Colne. It was quite a beautiful village to drive through. Up here, we're going to start looking for parking, and you'll be able to see just how busy this area is. Since there was no parking, we continued looking down the way. Just a friendly reminder, with this being such a big tourist destination, to always remember that these homes are people's places that they inhabit, and to treat them with kindness and to make sure that you pick up after yourself. At this point, we were still looking for a parking spot, but just a friendly reminder to always be patient because a spot will open up. Just a helpful tip, if you're wanting to enjoy a restaurant in the Cotswolds, it's always best to call ahead and make a reservations. Here we are, still looking for a parking spot. Patience is a virtue. This was a very tight squeeze. Our patience paid off. We were able to find a parking spot, and here we are walking along the river, checking out all of the little fish. This was such a beautiful walk. Here we are looking at the upscale Swan Hotel with beautiful landscaped gardens with the river running through them. It was an absolute pleasure being able to enjoy these gardens and the river running through them. And here we are seeing a couple of ducks. They are just the cutest. Here we are about to walk over the river, checking out the wildlife. It was quite breathtaking. The fish that were in the river that we were able to see were trout. Here we are, just enjoying all the beautiful homes, and we are about to start walking to Arlington Row. I love this little sign, Swan Hotel. Wildlife only. Oh, there's the family. Here we are looking at the swans and the ducks. We are not sure what kind of duck or bird this little guy was, but it was kind of interesting. We are getting so close. Gosh, this was just so beautiful. Oh, look at the car. Sorry, squirreled a little bit there, but this is just so beautiful. Here we are starting to walk up to Arlington Row. Oh, there's me and the kids. Here's where we caught the ducks fishing, and it was pretty cute to watch them. How funny, I'm doing a voiceover and you can see the back of my head. The picturesque Arlington Row cottages were built in 1380 as a monastic wool store. They were converted into row of weavers' cottages in the 17th century. The cloth produced at Arlington Row was sent to Arlington Mill on the other side of the Rack aisle. Today, the cottages are let to private tenants, and one of the cottages is available for a holiday let. Arlington Row is known throughout the world and attracts visitors from all over the world, even us. Something I find interesting as an American, Henry Ford from the Ford Motor Company was so taken by Arlington Row's beauty that he tried to buy the entire row of cottages and dismantle it brick by brick to ship it back to America. Luckily, that never happened. I am very thankful that that didn't happen because we wouldn't be able to see it when we did. Friends, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, be safe.